CWE-276, incorrect default permissions, is a critical topic in our course. This slide outlines the areas we'll cover. We'll start with an overview of CWE-276 to define what it is. Next, we'll discuss the importance and risks associated with incorrect default permissions. We'll provide practical examples to illustrate these concepts. Following that, we'll look at tools and commands that can help you identify and manage permissions. We'll also talk about various mitigation strategies to prevent issues. Lastly, we'll examine real-world scenarios where incorrect default permissions have had significant impacts. This structure will help us understand not just the theory, but also the practical implications and solutions. In this slide, we're providing an overview of CWE-276, which is about incorrect default permissions. This particular common weakness enumeration, CWE, deals with the incorrect default permissions that are set during the installation of software. When these permissions are not properly configured, it can allow unauthorized modifications to occur, leading to a range of security issues. CWE-276 is classified as a base-level weakness that is independent of the specific technology in use. This means that regardless of whether you're dealing with a Windows, Linux, or any other system, the principle remains the same. Incorrectly set permissions can expose your system to risks. To highlight the importance of this issue, we have a quote from Bruce Schneier, a renowned security expert, who stated, "Security is not a product, but a process." This emphasizes that continuous attention and proper configuration are crucial in maintaining a secure environment. In the next sections of the course, we'll delve deeper into why this weakness is significant, examining the potential impact it can have on your systems and exploring ways to mitigate these risks effectively. On this slide, we delve into the importance and relevance of CWE-276, which pertains to incorrect default permissions. These incorrect settings can have significant security impacts by enabling unauthorized read and write access, thereby weakening the overall system security posture. From an industry perspective, this issue is critical enough to be referenced in both the OWASP Top 10 and CWE Top 25 lists. It underscores the commonality and severity of this vulnerability in real-world applications. For example, consider world-writable files that are set during the installation process. Such files can be accessed and potentially modified by any user, leading to a slew of security concerns. Therefore, understanding and addressing CWE-276 is crucial for maintaining robust security standards within your systems. On this slide, we're discussing the common consequences of incorrect default permissions on files and directories. Let's break these down. Confidentiality. Incorrect default permissions can lead to unauthorized data exposure. For instance, sensitive information could be accessed by individuals who shouldn't have access, posing a significant security risk. Integrity. There is a risk of data tampering and modification. Unauthorized users might alter files, which can compromise the trustworthiness and accuracy of your data. Likelihood. The likelihood of these scenarios occurring is rated as medium. Generally, these types of vulnerabilities require local access to exploit, but they can still be a serious concern. The question we need to consider is, what kind of data might be at risk due to incorrect default permissions? Typically, this could include sensitive patient data, financial records, intellectual property, or any proprietary information that needs protection. Understanding these consequences helps us appreciate the critical need for secure file permissions and emphasizes the importance of vigilance in managing those permissions appropriately. On this slide, we are looking at a technical example specific to Linux. Here we illustrate how incorrect default permissions can compromise security. The first example shows how to create a file with world-writable permissions using the commands touchtmp/insecure-file, followed by chmod777/tmp/insecure-file. This means the file is accessible for reading, writing, and executing by all users, which is a significant security risk. In contrast, the correct approach involves creating a file with more restrictive permissions. We use touchtmp/secure-file to create the file, and then chmod644-tmp/secure-file to set the permissions. This command ensures that the owner can read and write to the file, while others can only read it, making it much more secure. To manage and find files with insecure permissions, the find command is a useful tool. Using find perm -02-type F, you can locate any files on the system that are world writable and take action to secure them. This slide underscores the importance of setting appropriate file permissions to protect data from unauthorized access and modifications. In this slide, we're examining a technical example for Windows. The focus here is on using the IHAS command to manage file system permissions. For the incorrect example, the command grants full control to everyone, which poses significant security risks. Program files allows app grant everyone, FF. This means that any user can modify, delete, or replace files in that directory, which is far too permissive. On the other hand, the correct example demonstrates setting more restrictive permissions. ICACLs C/program files app grant users RX. Here, users are given read and execute permissions only, which is a much more secure practice. This level of access is usually sufficient for most scenarios where users need to run an application without altering its files. The iCackles tool, which we've applied here, is a versatile utility for modifying file system permissions in Windows. Properly configuring these permissions is crucial for maintaining the security and integrity of the system files. In summary, always aim to grant the minimum required permissions to reduce potential security vulnerabilities. In this slide, we focus on detection methods for identifying misconfigurations in file permissions. First, automated static analysis can be utilized to scan code and configurations to pinpoint potential permission issues. This automated approach helps in identifying vulnerabilities swiftly across large code bases. On the other hand, manual review techniques, such as insider threat analysis and penetration testing, provide a more in-depth examination. These methods involve human analysts who can detect complex issues that automated tools might miss. For instance, during a code review process, you might come across instances where file permissions are not configured correctly. This scenario highlights the importance of both automated tools and manual inspections in ensuring robust security practices. In this slide, we delve into practical mitigations for managing permission issues effectively. First, let's consider architecture and design. Implementing the principle of least privilege is crucial. This means granting only the permissions necessary for users to perform their tasks, and no more. Additionally, compartmentalizing access controls can prevent unauthorized users from accessing sensitive information by isolating different segments of your system. From an operational standpoint, conducting regular audits of file permissions helps ensure that any misconfigurations or unauthorized changes are promptly identified and rectified. Implementing default deny policies is another critical measure, where access is restricted by default and permissions are explicitly granted based on necessity. As a best practice, make sure that security configurations are enforced from the very beginning of your system's deployment. This proactive approach helps in maintaining a secure environment from the outset, reducing the risk of permission-related vulnerabilities. By incorporating these strategies, you'll enhance the overall security posture of your system and mitigate the risks associated with permission misconfigurations. Let's delve into a real-world scenario to understand how theoretical concepts translate into actual practice. Here we have CVE 2024-37038, which highlights the severe risk posed by insecure permissions allowing unauthorized file uploads. The impact of exploiting such vulnerabilities can be devastating, potentially leading to full system compromise. The critical lesson here is the importance of robust installation scripts. This emphasizes the need for reviewing and applying secure defaults as a fundamental step in your mitigation strategy. Additionally, it's crucial to regularly update and review file permissions to ensure ongoing security compliance. By understanding and managing file permissions diligently, you not only protect sensitive data, but also uphold the integrity of your entire system architecture. In this slide, we're wrapping up our discussion by emphasizing some key takeaways from the course. First and foremost, it's crucial to understand and manage file permissions diligently. This is often an overlooked area, but as we've seen, improper file permissions can lead to significant vulnerabilities, such as unauthorized file uploads that may compromise the entire system. Regular audits and reviews of your file permissions are essential. It helps to catch any misconfigurations or changes that could pose a security risk. This kind of proactive security measure is vital for maintaining a robust environment. Following best practices and employing automated tools to manage permissions effectively can save you a lot of headaches. Automation helps to ensure consistency and reduces the chance of human error, which is often the weakest link in security. Finally, a thought to leave you with: striking the delicate balance between safety and freedom in your security practices is essential. Both aspects are cherished, and maintaining this balance ensures both a secure and efficient system. In this slide, we provide you with essential references to help you deepen your understanding of file permissions and their management. Firstly, the CWE official page linked here offers a comprehensive definition and details on CWE-276, which is a crucial reference for any security professional focused on file and directory permissions. Next, the NVD link directs you to a specific vulnerability, CVE-224-3738. It's critical to stay informed about such vulnerabilities, as they can have a significant impact on your systems if not managed correctly. Lastly, the ICAS command documentation is included. Understanding how to use the ICAS command effectively allows for more precise and secure management of file permissions on Windows systems. These resources are invaluable for expanding your knowledge and ensuring you are following the best practices we discussed. Thank you for your time and attention throughout this course. I hope you found the content insightful and valuable. If you did, please consider leaving a like and commenting below with your feedback or any questions you might have. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more informative content and share this course with your friends and colleagues. Happy learning!